every morning just to keep a job. I gotta fight my way through the hustle and mob.
Hey, welcome to writing day 3. All right, we did our map, yes or not? Yeah. No, it wasn't our map. I am so discombobulated. Okay, take it back a step. We did our map on day 1. On day 2, we did, which was yesterday, we did our cards. Now remember, we didn't have cards, so I showed you this neat little trick of drawing a green rectangle for your topic sentence, a yellow rectangle for your detail, and your red for your support for your detail, or your why, or your how. Remember, the red talks about that one, this red talks about that yellow one, and we closed it off with another green one at the very end. So, today is taking this and putting it here. Now, the big thing to remember, do you have to copy this word by word? No, you don't have to. You can put more words into it, but don't ever cut anything out. We had some people doing that well, it was a little while ago, but they wrote really great little cards, but then when they got to the rough draft, which is what we're starting today, they didn't copy everything off their card. They kind of took some shortcuts, and the story came out sounding horrible. On the cards, it was awesome. On the rough draft, it was horrible, and they had to go back and add a lot to it. So we don't want to cut anything out, but we can add to it. Now, it's going to be a little hard for me moving back and forth because Jordy the Wonder Dog has decided that I make a really good footrest, but we'll do the best I can. He's something. All right, so let's go ahead and start our rough draft. Do not forget your capitals and periods. You put them on here, make sure they get over here. So I'm going to start with my topic sentence, which is my green here. I'm going to copy it down. I'm going to put a check mark by it to make sure I did it. So I wrote, I like my amazing motorcycle. I can't really think of anything else to add to that. I'm going to leave that one the way it is. I, capital, like my. Now I'm looking right now. I don't think I have enough room to put amazing. I'm moving it down a line. Amazing motorcycle. Don't forget, that's the end of that sentence. It's the end of this card. It's going to need a period. So there's my period. Boom. Now, to make sure I don't copy it twice, I'm going to come back over here. Check. That way I know I won't do it again on accident. Moving on to the yellow. When I ride it, I feel free. Okay, let's start that then. Go into the next line because there's no more room. When I ride it, I don't think I can fit that in there. Feel free. Anytime you don't think you can fit the word in, period. Move to the next line. You don't want to cut a word off in the middle because then it makes it really hard to read. Just drop it down. It's going to be fine, and you can pick up your next card right after that. So, check mark by the yellow, which is my detail from the story. I'm now going into my why. I can feel the wind in my face. Now, I'm going to read all this together because I want to make sure it makes sense. I like my amazing motorcycle. When I ride it, I feel free. I can feel the wind in my face. I don't like that. I want to add something to. Oh, I can feel the wind in my face when I ride it. I'm going to add that in, the when I ride it part, because to me that makes it sound a little better. So I can feel the wind in my face when I ride it. All right, and check. Moving on to the next one, my yellow card down here now. I have owned my motorcycle for 16 long years. I love that. I remember I changed that up when I did it, and I think that's an amazing sentence. So, I'm going to do that one now. I've owned my motorcycle for 16 long years. I have owned my motorcycle for 16, why that's there, long, whoops, years. You know me, if I start writing fast, it gets sloppy. Hopefully you guys aren't writing fast. Take your time with this, because your teacher gets sloppy, you're going to get sloppy if you're writing fast too. Go into my red card, check off the yellow, check. Go into the red card, that is a long time. I'm going to add that one in. I'm gonna throw another adjective in there. I'm gonna say that is a really long time. I like that better. That is a really long time. Period. Boom. Check. And moving on to my last card now. Pin this up here because I know I changed it a little bit. I wrote on the back of that paper. That's not easy to do one-handed. All right. I really like my amazing motorcycle. That's how I ended it. Okay, so I really like my amazing motorcycle. I'm running out of room. Boom. Just barely made it. How about that? All right. That is my rough draft. That is what we're focusing on today. You don't need to worry about anything else with your rough draft. We're just getting your cards onto paper today. Tomorrow, we're going to edit this. And I know usually you would bring me your paper or I would have you partner up with someone. You can't do that if you're sitting at home. So we're going to talk about some things to look for and some specific questions you may be able to ask mom, dad, older brother, older sister, grandma, grandpa, who's ever running around your house that can help you. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in for Writing Day 3. Look forward for Writing Day 4. See you soon.